Today is October the 27th. It's a Sunday afternoon. Out here threshing soybeans. These some pretty fair beans. 30-inch-old beans. So you see here, we started out with clusters, had good environment, and by the time we got to the top, we run out of moisture up here in the top. All we like over here at Frog Jump is this little triangle and about 2 acres out front. Actually come a tenth of rain over here yesterday morning. Didn't really know whether we was going to get to run yesterday, but we went on, moved the combine over here, and we cut a little load, and they was checking about 14. And by the time we went back and got the trucks and got back over here, they was checking 13. So we should be good to go. They're going in the bin. These will be the last to go in the bin. We'll start going back to town. We lack about 103 acres is what I figured up after we get these cut. And hopefully we're gonna go and start whacking on them as soon as we finish this up. Started combining about 10 o'clock this morning. Hopefully we can keep getting some early starts. I sure would like to be done. I don't know if we can, got 19 acres at the Trenton Industrial Park. I don't know if we can get it cut tonight or not. Sure would be nice. Soybean yields for us this year has been a good 10 bushel off. It's not a great year for soybeans. That dry hot August just absolutely killed us. We're running both trucks. You see the green truck over there fully loaded. Got the blue truck, tractor and grain cart. Once we finish this farm, won't be much need for the tractor and grain cart anymore. We're cutting on here are Astro 43XF2. First year planting them. I really like them, but we planted them. There's been a few people suggest that we're giving up yield planting enlist beans versus extend flex beans. So we planted some extend flex beans this year to put that theory to the test. And the Extend Flex beans did look better all year long. But when it come time for yield, they're all yielding right in there the same. Beans come out of the ground growing and never checked up. Now, I am going to bring them back in our program next year, and you may and I'm probably going to have some enlist beans again next year. You may say, well, ain't that going to make it hard on your herbicide program? Well, we do not run enlist or dicamba on this farm. I have in the past, but we put down a good pre-emerge herbicide and run Liberty as our herbicide option, and you can use Liberty on both Extend Flex and enlist beans. Over here we also have some 15-inch rows against some 30-inch rows. I can't tell any difference. Early planted soybeans, I just soon have 30-inch rows. Double crops, I prefer the 15s. As far as yield on the double crops, really wasn't any different. The 30-inch rows branch more, whereas the 15s are just a straight line bean. 75 up, we're down to 103 acres. They're going to put the truck, and I'm going to take them beans to the truck, and we're going to scoot on to the next field. We're right here on the finish line, and stuff just ain't cooperating. Tell them what's going on. Well, where do we start? It started yesterday, went to pick up the drill, and it didn't pick up, so naturally I come to right here, because that's normally where it'll break these clamp bolts right here that holds the clamp to your cylinder. Well, come to find out, it broke the bolts to your main bearing hanger here. Don't know why, but it did. Just crap happens. They're notorious for busting tubes. Busting stuff. What Franklin say, you got those tubes that's busted and those that ain't busted yet. Yep. So it's an 1 1/8. I thought it was them old 1 15" and 5/16. Probably. right there's the part we was talking about. You see that? You see them bolts there? John Deere didn't have them, but they did actually give the spec on them, believe it or not. That is a 7/8 by 10 bolt if you're needing some for future reference. HCI and Humboldt had them, and Robert went after them, and I went after combine parts this morning. Well, yesterday I got to experience some extreme vibrations. They was not good vibrations. And the universal joints, I don't know if you can tell the shadow, but the universal joint went out in that drive shaft. So I called John Deere this morning. They had one. I had one. I really wanted two, but they had one. And we got it in there, cranked it up, tested it. It's running smooth. So that's that. Robert's in there trying to grease it. That's one of the old ones. The new one don't even take grease, which is a bullcrap design in my opinion, but there you go. So tell the fine folks what we're doing now. Well, this combine's got these extensions on it. And it, as you can tell, it just absolutely, ow, shoot, wears the crap out of these bubble up tubes and augers. So we have ordered a tube and an auger from a 9600 to put in here.
An early model.
An early model. You can't use the late model. Late model was bigger diameter. And it's longer, thus loading this, being taller and loading this more toward the center, where this auger ain't just sitting in here running in grain as long and wearing an auger out. Which corn, you're constantly filling and emptying and filling and emptying, so it ain't as bad. Normally in beans though, when it gets about right here above the tube, we try to unload. That way we're not wearing the auger out as fast. Watch it not be the right size. Then. herself in this darn thing yet.
Cut her fingers off.
Cut her fingers off. Alright, do what you gotta do. Good using. I've done threading this thing multiple times this year. Over to my old bosses and borrowed these little thingies. Show them where. They're for rounded off heads on boats, and my gosh, they work fantastic.
Where's the boat set?
Dylan Joyce was fixing to own a set of these.
They took them out.
They was pretty rough.
That's one of the clamps that was holding our universal joint on.
I reckon we got this longer auger. We need this deflector.
I don't know.
We're gonna run it down and see how it does. We need a new deflector. You see how sharp that is?
I like a shape with it.
I done it's so thin it broke out right there, and I had to put a piece of metal on it to reinforce it. So it needs one of them bad. So, well, we're gonna see how it does without it. Bends this a longer auger, might not have to have it. Ah, more scrap iron. Well, we got all good out of it. Almost got all the good out of our yolks. It wore on one yoke a little bit, but we went on and put it together. I think it's all right.